And in the end, it was Shavasana. And I fully relaxed. When I finished my class, I couldn't understand what's going on with me because I was so relaxed. My mind was so calm. And we always, when we teach a class, we say, focus on your mat. How many people are doing that? Let's be honest. We always gonna sneak a little bit around and like maybe someone is doing a handstand. Oh, look at him, look at her, like.
Vanakkam, Namaste, and hello everyone. Welcome to the 72nd episode of Inside the Minds of Great Yogis. In today's episode, we have a very special guest, Elma.
Elma Panagaki is a highly acclaimed 500-hour yoga, Pilates, and barre certified instructor hailing from Greece. Her journey in movement began with ballet at the tender age of 3, swiftly rising to a professional level. Upon relocating to Los Angeles, Elma deepened her Ashtanga training under the guidance of esteemed teachers like Tim Miller and has had the privilege of practicing with world-renowned figures such as Sharath, Jois, and Kino, MacGregor. Notably, Elma pioneered the barre movement training program, certifying barre instructors globally and elevating the standard of barre education. Beyond her exceptional teaching credentials, Elma is a prolific writer with multiple publications to her name. It is a pleasure to welcome Elma on the Inside the Minds of Great Yogis podcast.
So let's give a big round of applause to Elma.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited to share my journey.
Hello, Elma. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. How are you doing today?
It's a beautiful day today. Here in Los Angeles, the weather is beautiful. I already started teaching some classes. And when you do what you love the most, this is the best way to start your day.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for joining me again, and I'm very excited to hear a bit about your journey of yoga. So on that note, we'll get started. And the first question that I actually have for you today is, how did your journey of yoga begin?
Pretty much, it's not a common story. It's actually a funny story. So I was dancing ballet since I was 3 years old, and I had a lot of injuries, but I was extremely flexible. I was extremely strong. So when I was around 17, 18 years old, the first relationship, and I was in love. So it was the first breakup. I just broke up with my boyfriend, the first boyfriend. And I was so sad, the teenage drama and everything. So I was at the gym and I saw on the schedule, it's a yoga class. And I was like, what is that? I'm going to go. And I go on the first row. I'm going to be like, I'm a professional dancer. I'm going to show off, pretty much all about the ego, nothing like about yoga there. And during the class, I had the mindset I need to show off there. I didn't understand what is yoga, obviously. But I was like, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And in the end, it was Shavasana. And I fully relaxed. When I finished my class, I couldn't understand what's going on with me because I was so relaxed. My mind was so calm. I clear my mind. And when you're a teenager, it's crazy what's going on in your mind. And I was like, what's going on here? Why I feel like that? Why I feel so good? I started the class feeling really bad, and now I feel so good. What something is going on. So I was like, I'm gonna go back again, try one more class. I tried one more class and one more class. It was like discovering something new, but something beautiful. And I saw things that I couldn't do there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna continue because I want to do this pose like scorpion. I want to do this pose. But again, it wasn't about any mental part. It was mostly about the physical part in the beginning for me. And I think in most people in the Western world, they feel that it's mostly like an exercise. But I was keep going. I couldn't stop. So it dragged me there. I start posting photos on Facebook. I loved it so much. I couldn't stop. And while I was posting photos on Facebook, some studios, they found me in Athens and they asked me to teach. And I'm like, I don't know how to teach that thing. I have no idea how to teach. I just do it for fun. But it was the first seed, that they planted. So maybe I wasn't happy with what I was doing. Back then, I was an advertising manager in some big magazines like Harper's Bazaar, but I wasn't happy. So I started going more and more like one day, I need to change my life. I need to find something that's going to make me happy. So that day, I decided to quit and I signed up for my first teacher training. And I loved it so much.
I love that. Thank you for sharing a bit about how you got introduced to yoga. And I really love the story you also had shared. So thank you for sharing that there, Elma. And the next question that I have for you is, what aspects of the Ashtanga practice resonate with you the most on a personal level?
Again, Ashtanga started when I was really young. And I used to the flow classes, Vinyasa is super famous. And I was like, I'm going to try to different things. I went to the first Ashtanga class. It was all about, discipline. You can be creative in the sequence. You have to follow a particular sequence. So I couldn't understand why I have to do this sequence. And I can do things from the fourth series. Why should I stick on the first? I didn't get it in my mind. So the first time I tried, it didn't work out for me. I left. After 6 months, I went back again and I was like, let's give it a try one more time. Why? Why not, right? And again, I went there and again, I was fighting inside my mind that I wanted to do more. And the teacher was stopping me exactly where they need to stop. And I get frustrated so much. I was mad after the class. I wasn't the happy, butterfly. I was mad. I was frustrated. And after a week, I was like, hey, I'm going to commit for one whole week in Ashtanga and see how it's going to work with me. Because I'm all about, giving chances, keep an open mind, try before you judge. So I went there for 1 week. That week, I understood everything about Ashtanga, everything, not everything, but why I need Ashtanga in my life. It grounded me so much. Even if you stick when you start Ashtanga, you just do the consultations A and B, but grounded me so much. It wasn't any ego. You set the ego away. It's you and your mat. You're not looking around. And we always, when we teach a class, we say, focus on your mat. How many people are doing that? Let's be honest. We always gonna sneak a little bit around and like maybe someone is doing a handstand. Oh, look at him, look at her. In Ashtanga, I was 100% on my mat, listening to my breath. And it taught me discipline. But for me, the most important was like, I felt grounded. I discovered something new about myself. And I'm forever grateful for that. With Ashtanga, sometimes I take some breaks, I go back to my practice. But the moment that I'm going to start my practice, my mind is only there. And it's the best way to clear the mind. And I highly recommend it to everyone. That's the biggest thing, that we are setting the bar so high in our life. And actually, not the other people. First, we are setting the bar so high. And we're having so many expectations instead of be present, take one step at a time. And actually, it helped me a lot because I moved 10 years ago from Athens, Greece to Los Angeles, California. And I needed it, Ashtanga every single day. It's a huge change for me. Like all of my friends, family were back in Greece. I came here. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a job. Like it was something crazy, a big risk, but it's worth it. I would never go back. I love Greece. Don't take me wrong, but I'm so grateful for the risk that I took. And it was a lot of stress. And because of Ashtanga, I was there every single day, staying present. And I'm forever grateful.
Wow, I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing a bit about your experience with Ashtanga yoga there, and also the importance of, staying grounded, especially on the mat. I think that's very important there. So now I would like to come into the next question that I have for you, and that is, what first drew you to yoga after your background in ballet? You've done ballet, which is quite impressive. So I'm just wondering, how did you sort of come to yoga after, your experience with ballet there?
So the reason why I stopped ballet because it was because of a lot of injuries.
Mm.
Nowadays, in the dance world, there all the teachers, all the instructors are more careful how they teach a lot of things. Back then, it was a more aggressive approach. So if you see older dancers, they have so many injuries on the knees, on the hips. So in yoga, it was kind of a rehab for me. So putting everything in the correct position, uh, strengthen the muscles around the joints, and especially when you're performing, you use a little bit more one side instead of the other one. Of course, we practice both sides in ballet, but when you're performing, you're using most one side because you have a better or a best from one side, a better period from the other side.
Mhm.
Uh, so my pelvis has a little rotation to the left side. So I had to focus and fix everything through yoga. Plus, I had a surgery on my ankle, and because of yoga,
Yeah.
actually, the ankle that has the surgery is better than the other one.
Hmm.
So it helped me so much. And then I fall in love. So, you know.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that there and a bit about how you got into yoga, especially considering your background with ballet there. Now I'd like to come into the next question that I have for you. So, I was wondering what inspired you to create the bar movement training program? What was the inspiration behind it?
So that's my baby. So it's an international certification. It's online training, self-paced for 3 months. So anyone around the world can take this teacher training and become a bar instructor. First of all, there's so many instructors out there that from Pilates, from yoga, that they are interested to teach bar, and they don't know how to do it because they don't have a dance background. Also, there are a lot of students that they are amazing in bar, amazing. They're like, how can I go one step further? It's not just to become an instructor, but also to learn more about a lot of things, alignments, the poses, the sequence, how to create a safe sequence. Plus, unfortunately, that's something sad. When you hire a yoga instructor, you ask for certification, right?
Yeah.
When you hire a Pilates instructor, you're gonna ask for certification. Most of the places, when they hire a bar instructor, they don't ask for a bar certification. And I've heard a lot of people getting injured. So my goal is to do it, to share the passion with a safe way. It's an easy way to learn everything because I broke everything down. I love anatomy, and I think it's really important. Plus, I also have some cues for some tips actually for new instructors, how to teach a class, about the feedback that they're gonna get, and the most important is how to be you in the class. And that's my baby. I love it so much. Hopefully, more of these babies are gonna come because I'm preparing now some online teacher trainings for yoga and Pilates
Wow.
and breath work. So a lot of things are coming right now. And actually, it's a great idea if you want to change your career like I did. Like I took the risk, or if you want to start doing it as a side job, part time, and then you never know where you can go. It's such a beautiful community. The bar people are amazing people. They're fun. It's a really challenging workout. Most people, they call it like physical therapy on steroids. But if you think about it, it works like physical therapy, exactly same thing, strengthening all the muscles around the joint. And it's super fun. Like the music, it's loud, you can dance, sing, do whatever feels good for you, and you get results.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that there a bit about the teacher training for program specifically for the bar. And I think it's just so impressive, like as in terms of the work that you're doing. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of the new works that you will introduce. So thank you for sharing that a bit about your program there. And now I have some rapid fire questions for you. And the first question that I would like to get into is, how do you personally stay grounded while juggling teaching, writing, and global travel?
And also being a mom, because I have a 5 years old. So every morning when I wake up, I have a 10-minute meditation and 10-minute breath work every single day. I prefer to wake up earlier to do that instead of skipping these things. 10 minutes meditation and breath work. And I do it for the last 7 years. And when you start your day with a positive mindset, before I touch the ground with my feet, I say, today it's going to be a beautiful day. And I start going out of my bed. So I do everything in my bed. Then today's going to be a beautiful day. And then you start your day with a positive mindset.
I love that. I love that. I think, affirmations as well as starting your day with meditation, like you said, is just such a positive way to start your day. And it'll definitely keep you sort of motivated to do more of like the other things as well. So I think that's great there. So thank you for sharing that there. And the next question that I have for you is, what advice would you give to someone just starting out on a path that blends multiple sort of movement disciplines?
The first one is to be kind with themselves, because a lot of time we stress out. So take it easy, be present one step at a time. Believe in yourself, you can do it. And we have a lot of stress for what is happening every day. You don't need to put some extra stress on yourself. Take it easy, one step at a time. And check in with yourself. Does it feel good? If it feels good, yes, you're on the right path. Just be honest with yourself. If it feels good, one step and then another step. You don't have to go all the way in one day.
Yeah.
And I believe that you never stop learning. Even if you're a teacher and you're teaching for 20 years, you're still a student. Never stop learning. I still take a teacher training every 6 months after all these years, because I want to learn something new. You never stop learning, even every single day with every person that you interact. So keep an open mind, slow down, be present, and everything is fine.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And I think this idea of continuing to learn is just so beautiful. And I think it's so important, especially as yoga students and yoga teachers. This continuation of learning is just so beautiful there. So thank you for sharing that there. And the final question that I have for you is, what is one thing that you hope every student sort of walks away with after taking your class?
A big smile. That's it. A big smile. I never teach a serious class. It's impossible for me. So always I'm gonna break the ice a little bit. I'm gonna say something funny because that's my personality. And I don't know what's happened before you enter the class. During the class, you honor your body with a movement. You honor your mind with relaxing the mind and meditating, breath work, anything that is in that session. But in the end, you took care of yourself. You honor yourself. That's the most important. And I am asking, when I'm closing the class, we say a few things when we finish Savasana, and it's always something positive. And I say, take a moment of gratitude, because gratitude creates space for more positive things. Bring a beautiful smile on your face. And then I say, from my heart to yours, namaste. So I want to see that beautiful smile from every single person. Sometimes, even if you don't feel it, the moment that you're going to smile, it's going to boost your mood.
Absolutely.
And maybe someone else too.
Yeah.
So we want to make this world a better world.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And I think that's just so beautiful. And I'm sure that like most or all of your students will definitely leave your class with a smile, because I think after talking to you, I was definitely smiling hearing your answers, and you were so spontaneous there. So I definitely enjoyed this conversation with you. So I'm very sure that all of your students taking the class will definitely leave the class with a smile and lots of happiness there.
Thank you so much. That's so nice. I made one more person to smile. I love that.
Yeah, and I want to also thank you for joining me on the podcast on the 72nd episode of Inside the Minds of Great Yogis. It has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you and hearing your perspectives of yoga, as well as your take on not just yoga, but different sort of movements, including Pilates, bar, and even ballet, which is impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's about, movement. It doesn't matter if it's like a walk for 15 minutes outside of your house. It's about move. It's boosting your mood, everything. We need to move. If we stay still, also the body, if you see the shoulders are going to come to the front, they're going to close, protect the heart. The moment that you start moving, the heart is opening. So we're opening the heart of the world.
Absolutely. Yes.
So yeah, we all need that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure talking with you and sharing my passion. And I hope the people that they hear us, they can have a big smile today and a positive mindset.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Elma. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone else who's yet to listen to the 72nd episode of Inside the Minds of Great Yogis. And until next time, I hope everyone has a great day. And thank you once again, Elma, for joining me.
Have a great day. Thank you.